File 7, Listening 1.
Here's an interesting question for you, Sachin. If you were the head teacher of a primary school, what new lessons would you introduce?
Anything at all?
Sure, but remember, we're talking about children between 5 and 11.
Well, lots of different subjects. I think children get bored of studying the same things all the time. Why should they only study maths and history and that sort of thing? They could do music editing or engineering or cookery, more practical things like that. And no homework at all.
Oh, come on, Sachin, that's ridiculous. If they don't have homework, they won't practice what they've learned. And the parents would be really unhappy. They like to know how their children are progressing.
But that's only because parents like to compare their children. My son is cleverer than that child. In fact, if I was head teacher, I wouldn't have any exams either. Too much competition is bad for young children.
Perhaps. But I have to say, I completely agree with you on the topic of cookery classes. That's something I'd add if I were in charge of a school. I think cooking's a vital, practical skill that even very young children can learn and enjoy. If everyone learned to cook at school, that would give us healthier adults, I'm sure.
I agree. What was the food like at your primary school?
Oh, well, the lunches for vegetarians weren't great. If I was at primary school now, I expect the food would be better.
I know. The school could have one day each week when all the food is vegetarian. That's a great idea, don't you think? If I were a head teacher, the kids would love me.